Okay, so it's your boy Mr. Cheap Sense here. I actually been here for a little while. I don't know if you can see my fat self in the way. I set my tree up. Kind of reminds me of that Christmas tree in the Charlie Brown Christmas or whatever the hell it was. It looks kind of funny right now. All the lights are down at the bottom and not enough at the top. So I'll fix it tomorrow, but got my little tree up. Some kind of festivity going on around here. But anyway, give me just a second. Good old water. And I know some people are going to say, ew, that's gross. He's drinking out the jug. Well, who gives a damn? I live by myself. Nobody's here. Nobody's going to drink out of that. Plus, I wouldn't pour anybody anything out of that anyway. So it is what it is. The fragrance I wore today is what you all have tuned in for. Those of you who are friends of mine on Facebook already know what it is. And if you're following me on Instagram, then you also know what this is. And as you're going to see, some more of the juice wasted on this. The top came unscrewed and some of it spilled out in my pocket and it wiped out the rest of the name. So the fragrance is Halloween Man X. And this was given to me by a subscriber. I'm assuming it's the same person that sent me this decant some months back. Or some time back, I should say. And I never got back around to doing a review. I just, initial first impression on it. Initial first impression, or however you want to say it. I did a first impression on it when I got it. And at the time, I thought it was okay. Whatever. I was still stuck on Halloween Man Shot, which is, in my opinion, a far superior fragrance to the original and the flanker to it, which is this one. I like Halloween Man Shot a whole lot better. It has spice to it, a little bit of sweetness blended in, more masculine, more grown-up type fragrance, unlike Halloween Man X, in which I'm going to tell you about in a minute, and the original. They're kind of juvenile, I guess, or however you want to say it. This one is not bad. And I'm going to tell you what this reminded me of, because I actually sprayed the fragrance I'm about to tell you about a couple of days ago, or a day or two ago, matter of fact. Yeah, a couple of days ago in Belks. And it was Spice Bomb Night Vision. And this Halloween Man X gave me the same type, similar sweetness to it, that sharp sweetness, that slaps you in the face. This actually dries down quite nice. I did get 8 hours out of this, believe it or not. Yeah. I do get similarities. I'm not saying it's a clone of it or anything like that, because I think this came out first. But for the most part, I'm not saying that it's a clone of anything. I'm just saying the sweetness in it is what I get from Night Vision and Halloween Man X. In no way, shape, or form are they the same scent. Just the sweetness is what I get from it. Like I said, I did get 8 hours out of this. I got about 2.5 hours of projection. I got 7.5, 8 hours. It's still on my skin, but it's a faint skin scent by now. Plus, it's been raining, so it's going to wash it off. I'm not protected good while I was out in the elements, but I did get about 8 hours. I'll say 7.5, pushing 8 hours of longevity out of it, which is not bad for this fragrance. So if you're interested in Halloween Man X and you had doubts about it, I'm certifying this one. It's nice. it projected well off of me, and I got that dry skin. No matter how much I moisturize or how much I hydrate, I still got this dry skin. Sometimes things work on me, sometimes they don't. But for the most part, Halloween fragrances are pretty inexpensive. So if you're interested in buying, you don't even have to buy a decant. But if you want to get a decant of it to test it, then hey, by all means, I understand. But buying a bottle, it's not going to run you no more than about 20, 25, maybe $30, depending on where you get it from. I recommend it. So anyway, that's that. Kevin Holt from Sensual Obsessions. He messaged me and asked me if I received a package, because I think he was still tracking this package that he sent me days ago, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't. Usually when I get packages, I do say package or something like that, and I didn't do it. So he was wondering, and I told him I didn't receive a package. I forgot, and I was driving him nuts trying to figure this thing out, and all of a sudden I remembered, you know what? I did get a package from him, and it had their formulation of ombre leather in it, and also the new formulation of Polo Red Intense. So I'm going to do a testing of both of these. One of them I think is a comparison, and one is for testing. But thank you, Kevin from Sensual Obsessions, for that. And I just went to the office and got another package that I don't remember talking about with anybody, but I don't even remember what it is. But let's get into it. And it's from Darwin McCarthy. I'm not going to turn it around to show the name, but I'm pretty sure he knows who he is when he sees this video. So let's get to it and see what we have here. All right. Oh, okay. I remember now. He did talk about this, sending this. I remember now. See what the paper says. Okay, it's a fragrance haul. Yeah, that's right. I remember now. He did send me information about these that he was going to send. So let's get into it. More decants and samples. See. First off, we have an actual fragrance from Alexandria he sent, and I remember talking about it because I did name this one as one of the ones I was interested in, and this is the box that it comes in, 30 ml. Alexandria fragrances, coffin style type box. Fragrance sits inside like so. And that's the bottle, 30 ml. And this is Moonlight in Paradise. Let's get us a testing. Now, obviously, this has been sprayed before because on the first spray, I got juice. I like this. That's nice. That's very nice. Moonlight in Paradise. I'm wondering if this is supposed to be Moonlight in Paris, like their rendition of it? Or is it something different? Because I've never smelled Moonlight in Paris. And I wanted to get my hands on it, but those prices are ridiculous for that. I can remember people talking about how that fragrance used to cost like $20 or $20-something. And now it's ridiculous prices. I've tried several times to get my hand on it from different people who was, posting it on Facebook for sale. And they were asking ridiculous prices for that. And I just can't do it. Especially knowing something used to be as inexpensive as that. But that just goes to show you how big hype is and how we all influence fragrances and the prices. We can drive a price up just as reviewers by talking about something and people running out and buying it like hotcakes. And then these people who sell them and make them, they see that they can make big bucks off of it, and then they jack the price up. Whatever the case may be on this one, I like it. It's Parfum Extract. That's what's up, man. I like that. I definitely will be giving that some wearing. All right, so we have, let me get into this one. We have Mr. Burberry Eau de Parfum. And this is a 7.5 ml, and it's pretty much full. It's probably to about right here. So it's still pretty much full. I think I've smelled Mr. Burberry before, but let's see. It's not the best smelling fragrance in the world from what I'm getting out of this atomizer, but I mean this bottle, but it smells pretty good. And then we have, this is the Eau de Toilette version, which is the original Mr. Burberry. A little bit of an alcohol blast in the opening of that one. Give that a little second or two to die down. Yeah, it pretty much smells the same to me as the Eau de Parfum. And then we have, this is another Alexandria box, but it just has samples and decants in it. We have Mont Blanc Explorer, which I've actually already smelled. I smelled it the other day. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite either. This is Aqua di Gio Absolute. Absolute, I mean. Came from Dillard's. And then we have a bunch of little samples. This one is 1981X. And I think I already have a sample of that, I believe. We have Tropical Nights. And let me, because he wrote these down. Let's see. 1981X. Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be their version of Xerjoff 1861 Naxos, I believe. It's what he got written down here. Tropical Nights, original creation. Let's see, what else we got? King Tut. I guess it's supposed to be Roja's Enigma. We have Tuscan King. It's supposed to be Aventus and Tuscan leather combined. We have Interplay X Straight. Supposed to be their rendition, I guess, of Baccarat Rouge 540. We have Tropical Night. Didn't I just do that one? Tropical Nights was the first one. We got Tropical Night. Let's see. I guess it's the same. So I'm not worried about that one. We have Africano, which is Byredo Bald Afrique. Formless Byredo Pope. Let's see. Moonlight in Paradise is supposed to be by Killian, Moonlight in Heaven. Okay, so he wrote it all down here. If I still got some stuff wrong, I'm pretty sure, like always, people are gonna correct me, which I have no problem with. So that's what's up. And trust me, I appreciate every single thing you all as subscribers do. You don't have to, but I appreciate the gestures. Any little thing helps, especially with me not being able to go out and just buy fragrances like I used to. Any little thing helps. Little small decants like that, just fine. Gives me just enough to spray on and wear, test, and give you all my side, my assessment on how a fragrance is. So thank you again to Kevin Holt from Sensual Obsessions and Darwin McCarthy. Thank you again also. And once again, my fragrance or scent of the day was Halloween Mad X. Very good fragrance. It is, like I said before, kind of juvenile. It's more for a younger demographic, someone maybe in their mid to early 30s and younger. Guys my age, I'm about to be 42, can pull this off if you have that playful side in you, where you're not so serious. And I'm one that's not so serious unless you push me to it. But I like this one. Would I buy a bottle of this? Maybe to complete the trifecta, which I would have to now get Halloween Man shot again, because I sold that one to somebody or traded it. But for the most part, I would buy it to complete the trifecta, but it's not necessary to have this in my collection because I have a lot of sweet fragrances, and to have another one like this is just a redundant purchase for me personally. And I'm not saying anything bad about the fragrance. I'm just saying when you have fragrances like Casino Royal Nights and a whole host of other sweet fragrances that I have, too many sweet ones can be a little bit redundant. They have to have something different about them, and this just isn't different enough for me to even want to purchase a bottle, even though it's inexpensive. I know I talk a lot of trash about fragrances that are overpriced in my opinion, but even with the inexpensive fragrances, I wouldn't want to keep buying, especially if they smell similar to something else, or let me rephrase that, something I already have that it would smell similar to. Why would I want to go out and buy another one that smells similar to something I already have? That's stupid. So anyway, 20 minutes in going on it, and here's to smelling great. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, make sure you hit the like or the dislike button. That's the thumbs up or the thumbs down button. It lets YouTube know what kind of job us as reviewers are doing. Make sure you are a subscriber. When you subscribe, there's going to be a little bell that rings. Ring that bell. The thing is going to pop open. It's going to give you 3 options. Make sure you hit the first one, which is all, so you get all content that pops up from me on my channel. Share these videos with friends, family, co-workers, whoever that may be interested in fragrances, or if you're just looking for something for the holidays, since Christmas is coming up, and people do have birthdays around this holiday, such as your boy Mr. Cheap Sense, December the 10th. Remember that date. You can also find great ideas for gifts if you're looking for cologne ideas. I have over 500 and something videos, I believe. You can go through, check those out, or you can check out some of my cohorts, which are my fellow frag heads in the community, the Small Fry Squad, the big dogs in the game. There are a lot of us in this, not just me. So share the love. And I'm out of here. Peace.